Hello everybody, welcome back to Jason's Design Shop, where today I'm going to go back in time to one of my first videos where I make a log bed for my daughter. But during this cold winter season here, Christmas break, I actually had time to re-edit that hour-long video, it's insane, down to a normal maybe 20-minute project video you might come across on YouTube. So check that out. Hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe and like and hit that notification bell, as we're creeping up on 1,000 subscribers at this point. So it'll be pretty cool if we can get there soon. So help me out and subscribe. Enjoy the video. Later, guys. I just sanded the short post for like 3 hours. All right, so yeah, lots more to sand, and I don't like sanding. I can't wait for this to be done. As scary as this tenon maker looks, it actually worked okay. Didn't make perfect tenons like my new tenon maker does that goes on the end of my drill. But when you don't have the right tools, you can go on YouTube and also always find cool workarounds for the tools you do have. So I made this jig and it came out pretty good. Certainly did the job. All right, these are sanded, beautiful, 120 grits. I'll finish, we'll do the rest. Got my tenons on there. Well, I've been drilling holes. I got the top and bottom, took a while. And now I'm gonna get this one. All right, look at that, gonna make these tenons. Gonna be great. So you guys just, whoa, I gotta put them on this thing here. Ooh, isn't that cool? Spin them on there. They don't have to be so long. It's gonna be so much easier than these ginormous things to have to do. See that one in there so beautifully. Oh yeah, look at that. So now, I gotta put these in there. Something like that. These curve out, more straight up and down. All right, I think I got this worked out. Problem is putting this top piece on by myself. There it is. It fits. All right. Just something I want to share with you. You know, I'm sitting here looking at these short pieces. How am I going to hold these while I drill a hole in the end? Right, it's pretty grabby. It wants to spin it. Takes all my energy to hold on to this and do a nice straight drill. How do I hold this? You know, before on the big logs, I use the big straps across it and everything. But on these little logs, they just spin. So one of the cool things about a brain is you can always come up with weird ideas to solve the problem. And so this is what I came up with. Looks so strange, huh? Just using the concept of binding, right? So I just put 2 ropes through a hole there, fastened down there, and rolled it up. And then it won't spin. See, I can't spin it. So then I just drilled that. Held it like that and drilled right in, no problem. Pretty cool, huh? All right, now I can put this on the tenon maker and see what we get. And look at this headboard. Woohoo! Not really a board, is it? We're gonna put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more banisters, we'll call them, right here. So I've already prepped all these, created the mortises. I do have a little sanding to do in the crotch here. I think it's gonna. All right, here we go. 10 holes. Feeling some wood? Isn't that great? All right, so I've got 5 holes in our pole. Now I'm trying to, I've been doing on the others a little bit of a chamfer, I think you call it. I don't know, just rounding off the edges with this file so it's not a sharp edge and it won't chip out or anything later on. So just cleaning these up. Just those are wood. So I have my brother coming out to help me, want to check it out. And so what's he doing? Sanding, that's right, because I don't like sanding. All right. With his help, we got it together. Look at that. So we're thinking of putting some lag bolts right here. Sweet. Finished up all the headboard pieces. So now I've moved over and started sanding the big cross pieces between the headboard and the baseboard. I've sanded with the 90 grit, was it 80 grit belt sander. Put 240 on, and this is just beautiful. Wow, it's gonna be super smooth. Then I gotta do it all again on the other side, the other piece. More sanding, it never ends, right? Okay, we just use the miter saw and cut the ends. I'm gonna have 1 inch going into the log on each end. The part you're gonna love is how I'm gonna make this work. You see that? Twisted. Woo. Well, it's a 15-degree twist from center, so about 8 and 8 degrees off on each side. It's not too bad. It's only about that much, see? All right, pulled out my car and laying it out. I'm not putting that all together, but just so I can get a right angle on these. Trace out the ends on there and chisel it out. All right, we lined it all up, taking it pretty high out the floor. Where is it? To here. And it's a curve because the board is warped. We got to carve that out of there in the crack. All right, chiseled that one out of the big post, and that one I used a drill, made the bottom pretty rough, so I decided not to do that one on this one, which I just time-lapsed. You saw that. Oh, hello, focus. And now one more right there, and I'm all done. All right, so here's the creative stuff I forgot to include you in. I was at the store the other day and I found this. And I saw this right next to it. I said, well, isn't that amazing? Purple, which my daughter wants, and some wood filler. Of course, we can't use that at $5 a pack to fill these huge cracks. I can pre-fill it with some liquid nails at $2.50. And then do a thin layer. So had you seen this, it was already pre-filled with some glue. So it was very shallow. I mixed some up in this container here. And of course it should be this purple, shiny metallic, but when you dilute it with that, of course it becomes a little more opaque, more pastel-y. But you know, a softer look might be nicer than such dark lines in there. So I know it's a test. We're gonna let that dry. We're gonna sand it and get it as nice as we can. And we'll polyurethane this stick. So I thought I'd show you how this is going. I've been using the liquid nails, cheap stuff. to fill the cracks. Do that, cool, all the way down. Then I'm putting the wood putty, what's it called, plastic wood, in the cracks over the top, because this is a little more expensive. This little thing's $5. And I've done all these logs here, right? And of course then we can paint it and try to get and see how this looks. All right. So it's a tedious process. You can't get beyond the small cracks. Then you gotta use wood putty in there. Okay, just finished sanding down from looking like that to looking like this. Cleaned it all up. Looks pretty cool. Look at that. So I got this new technique. Put the paint on as fast as you can. Ooh. Before it gets dry, just dump that glitter on there before it dries, and it'll stick to it nice and thick. And that's what we want it looks like, because the polyurethane really hides the glitter, and we want it to look nice, like a bunch of crystals inside of here. So you do that. Oops, you can see where I done before. And then start going. Just cake it on there. Voila. Press it into the paint. I am all set up here to polyurethane everything I've done so far to kind of get an idea how it works. So I'm hanging these up. That looks cool, huh? That one's done. That's gonna be awesome. All right, so here we go. Okay, that's 3 coats on all the banisters of the back headboard and the up and bottom piece, as well as one of the back pillars. Now I just gotta do this one. And yesterday I spent some time clogging all this up. Morning, folks. I am just adding some recessed holes here. See that for the head of the bolt when it goes through, or these big cross pieces. And notice I had drilled out the hole from the other side already, from here. I used the center of that to drill the hole. So when it came out, boom, I had a hole, but then I had a problem. When you put the wing bit in there, I don't know if I can show you this wing bit. Oh, on this one, what's gonna happen when we put this in here and turn it on? It's gonna go, it shatters, it's gonna shake all around, it's gonna be crazy. So the hack to control the nice smooth entering of that wing bit to make a nice hole was to put in this dowel, 1-inch dowel that I happen to have lying around. It's sticking way out. I shoved it through the hole, and now you can see it in there, a different color wood. Let's see, can you see that? There it is. And it let me take a straight shot and make a nice clean hole to recess the bolt. So a little pro tip for you there, how to, should have done that first with a little pilot hole, right? But you make mistakes, but then you figure out how to fix them. All right, it is. tiddly tuddly. Look familiar? Yep, here we go again. More sanding. Doing pearl. Here's all the posts I did yesterday. These big guys. Okay, making progress. Another round of polyurethane. Here is the last log with another 4 or 5 hours of painting and glittering. Yeehaw, baby! It's 9 o'clock and I even did the bottoms of these posts, and I just finally put the second coat of polyurethane on this one. That stuff looks cool there, huh? All right, tomorrow we put it together. Hey friends, today is a big day. Finally gonna put together this bed and see how it all fits together here in the Dunn's garage. So look at all the parts. Well, this is not easy. They're not wanting to fit in like they used to. Of course, they're slightly thicker with the polyurethane, but gosh, not that much. All right, friends, we got this together, pulling together with tie-down straps. It still didn't want to pull together. I had to hit it really hard with a hammer right there, if you can see those marks. And finally it went in there in the hole. You can fix everything, so don't get all worked up about it. All right, the headboard is together, drying with that liquid nails dry, and hopefully lock in all those banisters. And I did go through and put you see that, a screw into each one, top and bottom. Okay, got all the parts out here today. This is exciting. Going to try to put these boards in. And I have a fear that when these go in, that this is so tight it could break it because it's hardwood. So I'm going to pre-drill it with this bit that is bigger. You can see that. It is bigger. So it'll have, I don't know, an inch in there before it actually starts stretching, working on the wood and pushing it apart. So then it has a whole back around it that is solid. Just Does that look good? Yeah. Doesn't that look great? All right. Each side's about 76 in length. Let's cut that up there. Laser. Ooh, did you see that? It's because I forgot to use this. Darn, hold it down. It bumped on me. Sorry. getting hot out here. Now this is the part where if I had a drill press, I could go down exactly the same distance each time. But I can't do that with this. But I can mark off how deep I want to go with a piece of tape. So that's a pro tip I see a lot of guys doing in this situation. So, how deep do we want to go? So how deep do we want to go? Well, that bottom of the head actually is going to be about there. So, all right there. Dude, so I need to... Helps go forward and not backwards. There we go. Perfect. Next one. All right, friends, let's put this on. All right. So, should line right. There it is. All done. I can't believe it. All done. Done finally. We're done. So see you in the next video. And again, don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you can see when the next video comes out. Laters.